Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
Are you able to hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So what about other people? Is everyone able to hear me?
Yes,
Yeah, okay. So hi, everyone. How are you, everyone? And how is your day?
Good, ma'am. What about you, ma'am?
Yeah, it's fine. So, so first of all, let me introduce myself. So I am Naveena. So I have 10 plus years of experience on software testing. So I am going to teach you automation testing using Selenium with Java. Okay, so through this course, I will be sharing you practical real world examples and hands-on experience with you. Okay, so today we will begin with an introduction. So where I will outline the topics we will cover throughout the course, including what we discuss in each section. And we will also going to cover all what are the languages we are using and what are the tools we are using and what are the technologies we are using to use and what are the frameworks we are going to use during our entire course. Okay, so now we will see what are the topics we have to see in automation testing using Selenium with Java. Okay, now I'm sharing my screen. So are you able to see my screen? All of you, are you able to see my screen?
yes.
Yeah, okay. So what is our course name? Automation testing using Selenium with Java.
Selenium.
With Java. Automation testing using Selenium with Java. This is our course, right? Okay. So here we are going to start with Java. Okay. So before going to start with Java, we are going to install some softwares, right? So in automation testing, we need to install some software, some installations we have to perform in software. So first one is softwares and installations. Software and installations. So first one is IDE. IDE, integrated development environment. Development environment. Environment is nothing but an Eclipse. Nothing but Eclipse we are using here. And the second one is language. Language or programming language. Programming language. So we are using here programming language Java. Java is a programming language. And then build tool. So here we are using build tool Maven. Maven build tool. And then in automation testing, we are using the tool called Selenium WebDriver. Selenium WebDriver. Okay, first we have to install some softwares into your system. So the first one is IDE, Integrated Development Environment. That is nothing but Eclipse. And language, that is nothing but programming language. We are using here Java programming language. And build tool is nothing but Maven. And tools, automation testing tool is nothing but Selenium WebDriver. So we need to install these four softwares into your machine. Okay, so here we are going to start with Java, right? So and before starting with Java, we are going to install some softwares. So by using Java programming language, we need these two softwares. By using automation testing, we need these two softwares. Okay. So, so these two softwares are using for automation testing. Okay. In automation testing, we are using two types of projects. First one is Java project and the second one is Maven project. Okay. So the first, our course will start from Java programming language. Our course starts from Java. So Java. So here, what are the topics in Java we are going to cover? I have to written here. Okay. The first topic is language fundamentals. Language fundamentals. This is our first topic. Under this topic, we have to discuss so many types of terminologies we are using here in this language fundamentals. First, we need to download and install the Java under language fundamentals. So first one is download, download and install Java and Eclipse also. So if you install Java and Eclipse only, then you can note down the scripts in Eclipse IDE. Otherwise, you can't note down. So these are the softwares we require to run the Java programs. And the second one is what is Java? We need to cover here what is Java and what is the introduction of Java. Introduction of Java. We need to cover introduction to Java. We need to cover here. And how we can convert the .java class file to .class file. How to convert the .java class to .class file. How it will be converting, we have to see in the language fundamentals only. And then what is the syntax? What is the syntax of Java? What is the syntax of Java? And then sample Java programs. Sample, how to create the sample Java program. We have to see. And then what is class? What is class, object and method? So these are the topics we have to see in language fundamentals. After the topic 1, language fundamentals is completed, then we are moving into topic 2. So topic 2 is variables. Variables. This is our topic 2. So do you have any idea about variables? Anyone? Hello?
No, ma'am.
Yeah, okay. No problem. From scratch onwards, I will explain you each and every word. So no problem. So okay. So our topic 2 is variables. So under variables, we have see types of variables like a global variable and local variables. Global variable and local variables. Under global variables also it will be 2 types like instance variables and non-instance variables, so static or non-static fields. Again, local variables is again divided into 2 types like local variables and parameters. Okay, so those we will discuss on our topic 2. Then what is our topic 3 means? So our topic 3 is data types. Data types. This is our topic 3. So under data types, we have 2 types again. So primitive data type and non-primitive data type. Primitive data type and non-primitive data type. So these are the data types we have to say in data types concept. So it is 2 types like primitive data type and non-primitive data type. So then our topic 4 is string comparisons. String comparison or string class, string method. You can call it as a string class or string method. In string comparisons, string class and method also you have to say method. So this is our topic 4. Under this topic 4 string comparisons, we are using different types of methods. So like equals method. So equals method, equals ignore case method, equals ignore case method, contains method, starts with, starts with method, ends with method, ends with method, two lowercase, two lowercase, and then two uppercase method, two uppercase method, substring method, substring method, caret method, caret method, replace all method, replace method, and then replace all method. Okay, and then index of method, index of, and then last index of, last index of method, then split method, split method, split method. Like that we have used here so many methods like a trim method, length method. Around we have 16 methods in string comparisons. All these 16 methods we have to see in string comparisons. It is very useful for automation also. These methods are very useful in automation also. This is our topic 4, that is nothing but string comparisons. And topic 5 is operators. Operators. So all of you know, right? Operators. Like arithmetic operator, arithmetic operator, unary operators, unary operators, and relational operators, relational operators, and then conditional operators, conditional operators, conditional operators, and assignment operators, assignment operators. All these types of operators we have to see in operators concept. That is nothing but topic 5. And then topic 6 is control statements. Control statements. Control statements are control flow statements. Statements. Control flow statements. Control flow statements. This is our topic 6. Under this control flow statements, we have, it will be again divided into 3 types, like decision making statements, looping statements or iterative statements, and then jumping statements. Again, it will be divided into 3 types. That is decision making statements, decision making statements, and then looping statements, looping or iterative statements, looping or iterative statements, then jumping statements, jumping statements, jumping statements. Under decision making statements, it will be again divided into 4 types, like if else, if else, if else if else if, then nested if, nested if. Again, it will be divided into 4 types: if else, if else if, and nested if. And the second one is switch statement, switch statement. That is nothing but decision making statement. And then looping statements you need to cover here: while loop, while loop, do while loop, do while loop, then for loop, and for each loop, for each loop. We have to cover in looping statements. And then coming to jumping statements, you need to cover here break statement, break statement, and then continue, continue statement, and written statement. Written statement. We need to cover in jumping statements. Okay. Then coming to topic 6. Coming to the topic 6. So topic 6 is, sorry, topic 7. Coming to the topic 7. So topic 7 is arrays. Arrays. What is array? Do you have this word? Array.
Collection of variables.
Collection of, sorry,
Collection of multiple objects.
collection of multiple objects. What is object?
Collection of variables actually.
Collection of variables. What is variable?
Variable can be store the data on that particularly single variable.
Arrays is also storing variable. Arrays also storing the data only, right?
Yeah, but it's multiple data will be stored in arrays.
In arrays.
Yeah.
Okay. Variables?
Single.
Single value.
Yeah.
It will be storing only single value, right?
Yes.
So arrays are variables are capable of storing only one value under one variable name.
Yeah.
Okay. But arrays are capable of storing multiple values under one variable name. That is the difference between arrays and variables. Yeah. Okay. Okay. So arrays, we have two types of arrays. We have one-dimensional array, one-dimensional array, and two-dimensional array. One-dimensional array and two-dimensional array. This is comes under arrays concept. So, and then topic 8 is user-defined methods. User-defined methods. How many members are in CSC background? CSC background. Anyone?
Me.
Okay. Okay. So user-defined methods. So here we are seeing like what is user-defined methods, how it will be using all these kinds of information, how we can create the user-defined methods. Like all this information you have to see in user-defined methods. That is nothing but your topic 8. And then coming to topic 9. So are you already completed manual testing?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So topic 9 is Java access modifiers. Java access modifiers. So under Java access, actually access modifiers are divided into two types, like Java access modifiers and Java non-access modifiers. So Java access modifiers, we have like public, and the second one is private, and the third one is protected, and the fourth one is default. So we have four types of Java access modifiers in access modifiers. So Java non-access modifiers is also there. That is nothing but static, abstract keywords and final keywords. Static, abstract, and final keywords. Okay, access modifiers are divided into two types: Java access modifiers, Java non-access modifiers. So Java access modifiers, we have public, private, protected, and default. Java non-access modifiers, we have static, final, and abstract keyword. Okay, so that is nothing but your topic 9. So topic 9, and then coming to topic 10, moving to our topic 10, that is nothing but OOPS concept. So it is very, very important in Java, OOPS concepts. Not only in Java, in automation also we are using OOPS concepts. Based on these concepts only, we have to develop the script. Okay, so OOPS concept is very, very important. So under this OOPS concept, we have to follow so many principles. OOPS principles, you can call it as a OOPS principles. That is nothing but inheritance, and polymorphism, and the third one is polymorphism, encapsulation, and the fourth one is abstraction. So we have four types of principles we will discuss in OOPS concepts. Somebody will tell you class and object is also a principle, but class and object is not a principle. Just class and object we are using in this concept, oops concept. Without class and without object, you cannot create any script, right? So that's why class and object is not a principles, just we are using that one. And instead of inheritance, polymorphism, encapsulation, and abstraction. Okay, so we are having 4 principles in OOPS concepts. Okay, so I'm coming to the topic 11. This is nothing but constructor. Constructor. So constructor and method is similar, but what is the difference between constructor and user defined method means? Method means constructor name is same as class name, but method name should be unique. Okay, and constructor doesn't provide you written type, but method should be written type. Okay, so that is a major difference between constructor and user defined method. And constructor is also divided into 2 types. That is nothing but implicit constructor, implicit constructor, implicit constructor, or default constructor, implicit constructor or default constructor. And the second one is explicit constructor, explicit constructor, explicit constructor. This is our topic 11. Coming to the topic 12, that is nothing but collections, collections, collections. So under collections, we have to see like what is object array, what is object array. So what is the script we have to generate for the object array? What is the difference between array and object array? And we will see like array list also. Array list also you have to see collections concept. And then coming to the topic 13, this is nothing but like exception handling, exception handling, exception handling. So this is our topic 13. Under this exception handling, so we have see like introduction to exception handling, what is exception and what is exception handling, how we can handle that exceptions. All this information you have to see in exception handling. That is nothing but introduction to exception handling, introduction to exception handling, introduction to exception handling. And what is the usage of try, catch, and finally blocks? Usage of try, catch, and finally blocks or finally statements. Finally statements are blocks. So what is the use for try, catch, and finally? How will rectify that exceptions? That is nothing but your exception handling. So once we will completed this Java concepts, then only we will start automation concept. So total we have 13 concepts in Java. Total we have 13 concepts in Java. Then after completion of this Java related topics, then we will start automation testing. So now we will see what are the automation topics we have to cover here. So I have written here like automation. So in automation testing, we are using the tool called Selenium WebDriver. We are using the tool called Selenium WebDriver. So in manual testing, which tool we are using? So already are completed manual testing, right? Are you able to hear me?
Yes.
Respond, guys. Are you already completed manual testing, right?
Yeah.
So what are the tool we are using?
For creating the test case test rail,
Okay. How we can report the defect? Which
Jira,
tool you can report the defect?
Jira.
Jira. Okay. So that is I'm asking. So we are using Jira tool. So what are the tools are available?
Bug tracking tools, Bugzilla, Jira,
Yeah, bug tracking
Azure,
tools or test management tools. What are the tools we are using for manual? Bugzilla, Jira.
Azure.
Oh, okay. Or any other tools? Any else? So we have so many tools, right? Bugzilla, Trackless, Quality Center, ALM, TFS, Jira. Here so many tools. Some tools are commercial and some tools are open source. So Jira is a open source or commercial?
That commercial.
It is a commercial tool. Is it correct? It is a commercial. Commercial is nothing but you have to pay some amount and buy that tool. Okay, it is
Yeah.
not a commercial tool. Jira is not a commercial tool. It is a free tool. Everyone can access that tool. Okay, it is a free tool. Okay, what is the environment we are using for your manual testing? Environment. What is the environment? What is the environment for manual testing?
Environment means the on which we perform the testing,
Yeah,
or
that's only.
yeah.
In project, you are done project in manual testing.
Yes, I done with the panel testing.
Okay, what are the tools we are using for manual testing? So we are using Jira tool, right?
Yes, we Azure ADOps for uploading the test cases.
Okay.
We also HPQ CLM.
So what is test case?
Test case is nothing but the scenario we write for the testing the particular application. We write the test cases. Suppose I have an application insurance domain or the I need to check that, so I will write the.
Sorry. You said that insurance domain, right?
Yeah.
So what is domain?
Domain means particular application. For that we can call the domain.
Yeah, okay. How many domains we have?
Domains is healthcare, insurance, medical.
Okay.
E-commerce
Okay.
domain.
Okay, very good. Any else?
Or logistic domain.
So is domain to domain the functionality will be changing or not?
Oh, sorry. Could you please repeat?
Domain to domain the functionality will be changing or not?
Oh, functionality means that we can scenario may be changed, but test
Okay.
case, yeah, functionality is same. Testing is same. Yeah, we perform the unit testing, regression testing, sanity testing, smoke
Okay.
testing.
So
Yes.
are you performing unit testing?
Developer perform the unit testing.
Okay.
But sometime we in the white box testing we perform the unit testing from my side.
Okay. So what is unit testing?
Unit testing when we complete any module, particular module. So
Okay.
that we developer check from developer side that particular unit is working before we integrating that with the software. And
Okay.
from tester also we perform the white box testing. So we'll check the code backend from backend through the backend.
So now we are black box test engineers or white box test engineers or gray box test engineers?
Black box testing doesn't need coding.
Okay.
For white box testing, we need to have the basic knowledge of the coding.
So that's why I'm asking what we are. So we are white box test engineers or black box test engineers or
for a Selenium, I think we say we can white box also because we perform the coding also.
Oh, okay. 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 So we are black box test engineers.
Pure manual, then yeah, black box.
Yeah, black box testing is also called as what? Functional testing. We have to test the functionality, right?
Right.
Okay. So what is software?
Software, okay, which will reduce the human effort. That is a software. By using that, we can suppose now if you booking.
So can you please give you one example for software?
Yes, for booking the cab, we use the Ola. So it is one type of the software.
Okay.
For ordering, we use the Zomato.
Okay.
This application is software.
Okay. So every application in your mobile is a software, right?
Yes, right.
Yeah. Okay. So how many types of softwares we have?
Softwares, types of software application, web-based and mobile, like this.
Oh, okay. So are you you are said like application, right? So what is application?
Okay, applications means suppose I'm opening a new website. Facebook is application.
Okay.
Please correct if I'm wrong.
Okay. No problem. Can go ahead.
Yeah, suppose I'm using any Aadhaar card website, so that is application for us.
Okay.
Right? Or
Yeah. Yes. Application is nothing but collection of or group of web pages.
Okay.
Group of web pages, you can call it as an application, or group of web elements. Group of web elements, you can call it as a application, or collection of functionalities. Collection of functionalities, you can call it as an application.
Okay.
Okay. So,
Yeah.
for example, we are taking any Flipkart application. That is nothing but one application. Application is in which format?
It's web-based or HTML, Ajax. We
Which
can
format? Which format? I'm not asking which type of application it is. In which format the application will be?
not understand. Sorry.
Okay. It is in URL format only, right?
Okay. You are.
URL
Yeah.
format.
Yeah. Got
URL
it.
link format only.
Yes. Yes. Got it.
So if you click any module, for example, I'm taking here Flipkart application. So I'm opening here Flipkart. So here we have so many modules are there. Modules are present in this one, in this application.
Right.
So in this application, we can call it as a DOM. Do you heard this word? DOM?
DOM.
DOM, document object model. Document object model. So this application, we can call it as a DOM, document object model.
Okay.
Okay. So here kilos is one module, mobiles is one module, fashion is one module, electronics is one module, home and furniture is one module. Like that, these are all modules in this web page. Okay. So in this web page, when I am clicking here kilos, so the here the URL will be changing. The URL will be changing, right? So this is one web page.
Right.
This is one web page. So if you, for example, so if you click here mobiles, then the URL will be changing.
Yes.
This is one web page. Like the collection of web pages, we can call it as an application. Collection of web pages, we can call it an application. Or collection of web elements. Collection of web elements. In manual testing, we can call it as an modules.
Okay.
These are all modules, but are features. In automation testing, we can call it as an web elements. Okay. Electronic is one web element. TVs and appliances is one web element. Men is one web element. Women is one web element. This is nothing but web elements in automation testing. This group of web elements, you can call it as a application, or group of functionalities. Functionality is nothing but what is the behavior of that application. That is nothing but functionality. What is the behavior? So when I am clicking here login, it will be clickable or not. That is the behavior. When I'm clicking my profile, it will be clickable or not. When I'm enter some username passwords and then click on login, if you are giving valid username, valid password and then click on login, then login is successful.
Okay.
This is the behavior. If you are giving invalid username and valid password and then click on submit, then what is the functionality is going there? Okay. So you have to, as a test engineer, you have to test here both positive and negative testing. Both you have to perform, right?
Yeah.
First, as a test engineer, you have to perform first positive testing or negative testing. First, which type of testing you have to perform?
We perform the positive testing. Side by side, we also check the negative scenarios.
So first you can perform as a test engineer, first you can perform positive testing.
Right.
Right?
Right.
Right?
Yes.
So is developers will do testing?
Developers perform the unit testing. They not perform whole testing.
In the application. In application, developers will do any testing?
No.
No.
I think no. Because they perform the unit. If we found any defect at that time, they will, for the reproducing, they will perform.
Yeah, okay. Actually, developers is also performing some testing in the application. Okay. In which type of testing they will be performed means they will do only verification testing. Verification is nothing but as per the customer requirement, the application is working properly or not.
Yes, right. Sorry,
they have to verify. Yeah. Okay. But developers will do testing, but why test engineers means? Validation. Yeah, very good. Validation. So developers can perform only verification phase. As per the customer requirement, it is working or not, they have to verify. But as a test engineer, we have to verify here both verification and validation. Yes, right. As per the customer requirement, the application is working or not, we have to verify. And without customer requirement, how the application behavior, we have to test here. So both positive and negative testing, you have to test. Positive testing is nothing but valid data. Yes. Right. Negative testing is nothing but invalid data or
Invalid data.
invalid input.
Yes, right.
But as a test engineer, first you have to test negative. First you have to perform negative testing, then followed by positive testing. If
Okay.
negative test cases is 100% correct,
Okay.
if negative test cases is 200% is correct, then positive test cases is 100% correct.
Correct, right.
Okay, so that's why as a test engineer you have to perform here negative and then positive testing, followed by positive testing you have to perform. So in manual testing we have like so many important concepts are there, like what is the SDLC.
Okay.
SDLC is very, very important, and STLC, software testing life cycle, is very, very important, and defect life cycle, agile methodology.
Yes.
Yeah.
These 4 concepts are very, very important. At least interviewer will ask you 2 questions for this 4 out of 4 questions.
Yes.
So SDLC, STLC, defect life cycle, and agile methodology. So apart from this, you have so many definitions, like what is the difference between smoke testing and sanity testing, differences between retesting and regression testing, what is functional and non-functional testing. Okay, what is the difference between unit testing and integration testing, alpha testing and beta testing. So what is the difference between alpha testing and beta testing? Alpha testing and beta testing will comes under which type of testing?
Alpha testing and beta testing is a client side testing. Means when the
Sorry,
application is
alpha and beta both are done with clients only.
No.
It's alpha testing internally done by the developers.
Yes,
Okay.
yes. And for a
When
beta,
it will be performed? Alpha testing can be performed when? When it will be performed?
application is ready and
Okay, application is ready.
sorry,
Then
beta for the beta version we can check that
Before beta.
yeah, before beta we perform the alpha test.
very good, very good. Okay, okay. So before releasing the product into market, we have to test that application. That is nothing but alpha testing. After releasing the product or application into the market, then
we perform beta
clients will
testing.
test the application. That is nothing but client environment. Clients will
Yeah.
test that application. That is nothing but alpha testing. Okay.
Yeah.
So alpha test, beta testing. Alpha testing is done by testers before releasing the product.
Yeah.
Beta testing can be done by clients after
Like-
releasing the application.
Yes, yes.
Okay. So these 2 types of testings will comes under user acceptance testing.
Oh, yes, right.
So user acceptance testing, it will be coming. So, okay. So what are the phases we have for SDLC?
For the software development life cycle, right? I think
Yeah.
requirement analysis.
Okay, okay.
Created
Before
business
going to
system.
that phases, what is SDLC and who will use SDLC?
Testers.
SDLC. Now developer use the SDLC and STLC use the testers.
Tester STLC.
No, 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 no. Absolutely wrong.
For development purpose.
STLC is okay, fine.
Okay.
STLC is used by testers only. But SDLC?
Testers and developer both.
Entire software industry is used by SDLC process.
Yes.
Not only developers, not only testers. Entire software industries, entire companies, software companies are using SDLC process. Okay. So they are following. So software SDLC process is used by software industries. Why they are using? To design, develop, and deliver a high quality software. They are using this SDLC process. Okay. So what is the main objective of using SDLC?
We follow means everyone on the same page. For that, we use the SDLC step by step. We go with for developing the software.
Okay. What is the main motto?
Main motto means
The main motto of using SDLC is to minimize the project risk and management.
all right.
Minimize or reduce the project risk and management. We are using SDLC process. Okay. So, but as a test engineer, what you have to do, you have to release the high quality product to the customer. That is our main motto. To release that high quality product, what you have to perform? Whether our application is working as per the customer requirement or not. And to check whether the project is acceptable to all its end users or not. And you have to check whether our application is used to detect and identify the defects in the software. To identify the defects in the software. So the above 3 statements is true, then you can release the high quality product to the customer.
Yes.
If any one is failed, then you cannot release high quality product to the customer. Okay, so that is nothing but just brief introduction about the manual. So SDLC is very, very important. And SDLC, coming to the SDLC, testing process, SDLC, software testing life cycle or testing process or testing life cycle.
Yes.
Life cycle. What is the meaning for life cycle?
Life cycles means when following the process step by step.
Okay.
Like let's
Cycle is
just like
nothing
a
but
defect life cycle. So
uh,
the defect is going in that life cycle.
how many phases, defect life cycle is nothing but how many phases a bug goes through their entire life cycle from starting to ending. That is nothing but bug life cycle or defect life cycle. Okay. So one more thing. So what is defect? What is defect?
Defect is nothing but the behavior of the application we check is working as expected or not.
Very good. And one more point.
One more five.
An application is working as per the customer requirement or not.
Right, right, yeah,
That is nothing but if it is not working as per the customer requirement, then it is a defect.
defect.
And our expected result is not matching with the actual result.
Yes,
Then
right,
also defect will be occur, right?
right.
So what is the difference between defect, bug, error, and failure?
Okay, defect error means while performing the development, if you found any code
Syntax
mismatch,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
that is a error.
Very good.
Defect as we
bug
say,
find by your testers.
Okay, very good. Okay. Then bug. In simple terms, a problem which is identified by developers, then it is called error.
error,
Then it is called error. The same problem which is identified by test engineers machine,
bug.
then it is called defect. Then it is
Okay,
called defect. Okay. Then it is called defect. The defect you have to report to developer, right?
right.
Defect accepted by developers. Listen, the defect accepted by developers, then it is called bug. Then
Okay,
it is called bug. Okay. So a problem which is identified by developers machine, then it is called error. The
error,
same problem which is identified by test engineers machine, then it is called a defect. The defect accepted by developers, then it is called bug. And then coming to the failure or issue. Failure or issue means what?
As expected output we are not getting.
That is nothing but failure. Failure will comes from end users. End
Yeah.
users. At the time of testing the application, if you get any issue in the application, then it is nothing but failure or issue. Okay, that is nothing but failure. So it is very, very important differences between defect, bug, error, and failure. Okay. So an STLC process. How many phases we have in STLC?
6.
6 phases. What are they?
Requirement analysis,
Maintenance.
software development, software designing, coding, testing,
Sorry,
deployment.
I'm asking you STLC, software
Okay,
testing life cycle.
requirement
Requirement
analysis,
analysis, test
test
planning,
planning,
Okay.
case development,
test case closure,
Okay.
environment setup,
Okay.
test execution, and test cycle closure.
Okay. Now you can explain your testing process for your current project.
Testing process for the current project. Okay, so
Yes.
first when any particular module is come, so we analyze the requirement.
Okay.
After analyzing the requirement, we try to write the high level test cases. Once
Okay.
the high level test case is completed, then we send for a review. And
Okay.
once the review is completed, then we try to break down that high level into the low level test cases.
Okay.
And once that particular function is come, then we execute that environment, which is environment setup. We perform the test execution, and if
Okay.
we found any defect, then we raise the defect.
Mm.
And
Okay.
then once the defect is come and defect is fixed, then we again retest defect and we mark that as a test case as a pass. That is a test cycle closure.
Yeah. Okay. Not exactly. Not
Okay.
exactly. So we have you are explaining like requirement gathering, test planning, test environment setup, test closure, like that phases you had to explain. But it
Okay.
is not a correct way.
Okay.
Just the spaces is, if you are searching Google, what is STS, what are the phases we have, these 6 phases will be coming.
Okay.
But it is not exact phases. So
Okay.
the first phase, as a test engineer, first you have to start with the test plan. Without test plan, how you can write? Right? First
Yeah.
phase is test plan only.
Yeah. Test
Then
plan.
test scenario. Then test case. Then test execution. After executing, you will get pass or fail, right? Fail, you
Right,
can
right.
report it as a defect. Then defect identification. Then defect reporting. Then defect tracking. What is the status? You have to track. Then defect retesting. Then defect closing. Then you have to perform regression testing. Then you can release that one. Test release. The final phase is test release. So you have to explain these phases. Total 11 phases we have. Okay.
Okay.
So these 11 phases you have to explain in the interview. Not you didn't explain that 6 phases. Just it
Okay.
is a bookish knowledge, bookish phases that is.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right. Sorry.
So that, yeah, no problem. So you have to explain these 11 phases. Okay. So
Okay.
who will test plan will be created by whom?
Our test lead or test manager, test plan means
Okay.
how many resources required.
Okay.
Uh,
So
Team
based
lead.
upon which document they have to prepare as they have to prepare test plan, which document, based upon which document?
Business requirement.
No, 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 no,
SDLC, our
no. Based upon the SRS document.
SRS,
So
yeah.
you have 3 types of documents, right?
Yeah.
BRS document, SRS document,
SRS.
and FRS document. Total
FRS.
3 documents we have, right?
Yeah.
BRS, business requirement specification, or you can call it as a BRD, business requirement specification document. SRS, software requirement specification or software requirement specification document. FRS, functional requirement specification or functional requirement specification document. Okay, so we have 3 types of documents. Test plan can be prepared by either test manager, test lead, or test engineer. Based on the SRS document, they have to prepare the test plan. Okay, so before entering into the test plan, first we have project management plan. Do you have this word? PMP, project management plan.
I heard the, but I don't miss more.
Okay. Project management plan. If project management plan is approved, then only the test plan will be prepared. Then only the test plan will be prepared. If test plan is reviewed and approved, then test scenarios will be getting. Then test scenario should be reviewed and approved. Then you can move to the test cases. Test cases should be reviewed and approved. Then you can start the test execution. This is the process. First, project management should be reviewed and approved. Once project management should be reviewed and approved, then based upon this project management plan, test plan should be reviewed. Okay. If test plan is completed, then it will be moving into test scenario. If test scenario is completed, then it will be moving into test case. This is the process. If project management plan is failed, then you cannot move into the test plan. If test plan is failed, then you cannot move into the test case.
Okay.
If test case is failed, then you cannot move into the test. Test scenario is failed, then you cannot move into the test case. So the base point is project management plan. Okay. So how many departments are available in software companies? Do you have any idea? Software company departments.
Departments means someone perform front end, back end.
No.
Likewise,
Development, testing, support.
No. What are the departments are available in software? Like
No.
I'm giving one HR department like that.
Okay, no idea. Is there different departments? Finance, like
Okay.
support, ESTG, which we take the laptop support.
Okay. Technical, non-technical.
Technical, non-technical,
Okay.
hardware
Okay.
support. Yeah, like
Okay.
like
The main important department is sales and marketing department, right?
yes, sorry.
HR department, sales and marketing department,
Yes, right.
finance department, admin department, okay, net OPS department,
Yes, right.
research and development department, support or maintenance department, QA department, engineering department, product management department, right? So we have so many departments available in software companies.
Right.
Okay, no problem. So in real-time project, how many members are involving? Real-time project.
It's depend on as per module. Means whole project is divided into the particular module. So based
But
on that,
every project, the common member, sir.
may depend on the project complexity or the size of that project is as per the resources required.
Okay. What is the difference between test plan and test strategy?
Test plan is the test strategy we use for whole the company follow the same test strategy, and
Okay.
test plan may be changed as per the project.
Okay. So in simple terms, a test strategy is
Yeah.
conducted on organization level.
Yeah, right.
Organization level for multiple projects.
Yes.
Okay. But test plan is conducted on project level
Yeah.
for single project. Single project. We can use test plan. Test scenario, multiple projects. Okay. And test strategy is nothing but it is giving you high level objectives and principles.
Yes.
Test plan is given you detailed instruction. Detailed instructions will be given by test plan. But both test plan and test strategy is important for efficient testing. Both test plan and test strategy is important for efficient testing and data management, project management, all this. Okay. So agile model, do you heard this word agile?
Yes, I know the agile model.
Okay. Scrum master, sprint backlog, product backlog, epic, user stories.
Yes.
This terminology do you heard?
Yes, I know the terminology.
So we have so many models are there, right? SDLC models. But why you choose only agile model? Apart from we have different type of models like waterfall model, VNB model, iterative model, spiral model, prototype model, like that. You have different types of models, right?
Yes.
But why you are choosing agile model only?
In the agile methodology, developer and tester work in the same page. When the development is going on side by side, tester also start the test case writing on that particular. And if
Okay.
it's going in a particular simple part, we divide the project into the small part. So it is
Okay.
also called as a sprint. And that
Okay.
one sprint, developer and tester works simultaneously.
So okay, what are the principles they are using for agile?
Principle, we have a daily stand-up agile ceremony, right?
Yeah.
So we have a daily stand-up, sprint review, retrospective. In the retrospective, we can check the what is going wrong, everything's going for that we check in the retrospective meeting, daily stand-up. Yeah.
So sprint retrospective meeting will be conducted before sprint or after sprint?
After sprint, when the sprint is over, that after that we can perform the sprint retrospective meeting. So
Yeah.
in that we discuss what went well and wrong. So is anything any improvement is required, that we checking the sprint retrospective.
Okay, very good. So on the main principles of agile model is nothing but agile follows iterative and incremental
Yeah, right.
approach. It will follow iterative and incremental approach. Iterative is nothing but what is iterative?
Iterative means
The
changeable.
same process we are repeating again and again. That is nothing but requirement gathering, design, development, testing, deployment, support, or maintenance. The same process repeating again and again. That is nothing but an iterative. Incremental is nothing but we are keep on adding the new features or new functionalities to the existing software. Then it is called as an incremental. So Agile follows iterative and incremental approach. And what are the principles means customer no need to wait for long time till the complete software is developed, right? Customer no need to wait for the long time because we develop, test and release piece of software to the customer.
Yes.
Weekly releases are there in Agile methodology. Weekly, not monthly, not yearly. Weekly releases are there. So that's why we are choosing Agile model. And there is a good collaboration between the team like developers, testers, business analyst, and product owner.
Yeah.
There will be a good communication. But apart from other models like waterfall model, whatever the model we have, there is no good communication between the client, product owner, business analyst, and developers, testers. So if you have any as a tester, if you as a test engineer, you have any doubt, you can directly communicate with the product owner. You can directly communicate with the business analyst.
Yes.
Okay, there is a good communication. And if there any changes is come from the middle of the development also, in the middle of the development also is any changes will come from the client side, it will be accepted. Agile methodology is accepted. But waterfall model, whatever the model we are using, that is not accepted in the middle of the development. They didn't accept middle of the development, but agile methodology can accept the middle of the development also if requirement will be changing. Okay, that is the main advantage of using agile methodology. So it is not supported for many other model. So because why it is not supported means, so waterfall model means requirement gathering, analysis, design, development, testing, deployment. If one phase is completed, then only it will be moving into the another phase. Right? If design
Correct.
phase is completed, then only it will be moving into the development phase. If development phase is completed, then only it will be moving into the testing phase. One phase is completed, then only it will be moving into the another phase. The first phase input is the second phase output. The second phase input, third phase output. Like that it can be performed. For example, if you complete a requirement gathering, design and development, so if the requirement changes will become, you didn't go back. You didn't go back in the previous position, right? Previous phase. It is difficult for waterfall model, a spiral model, a prototype model, whatever it may be. Okay, but agile model, it is very easy. So that's why we are using agile methodology. So in detail, we can go with the website like Agile Manifesto. You can go with the website like Agile Manifesto. The total information is there for Agile Manifesto website. You can search. Okay. Okay, that is a brief introduction about the manual testing. So after completion of manual testing only, you can start Java or automation testing. So automation testing, we are using tool called Selenium WebDriver and using the programming language Java. So not only the Java, we have different types of programming languages are available, are integrated with the Selenium WebDriver. But why we are using Java only? So we have different types of programming languages are available.
Yeah.
With Selenium, like Selenium with Java, Selenium with Python, Selenium with C#, Selenium with Ruby, Selenium with Perl, Selenium with JavaScript. Like different types of programming languages are available to integrate with Selenium. But why we are choosing only Java apart from these languages? Do you have any idea why we are choosing only Java programming?
It is more
Object
secure.
Okay, Python is also secure programming.
object oriented.
So Python is also object-oriented programming.
To most of the
Mm.
client as per the requirement. Sorry.
Because the present companies are asking only Selenium with Java. That is one point. Most demanding companies. Okay, that is one point. And one more point, using Java programming language, we can develop all kinds of applications. All kinds of applications. Either it may be a desktop application, or standalone applications, or web application, or enterprise application, or mobile application, or gaming applications, or distributed applications, whatever we have. All kinds of applications we are using Java programming, either it may be directly or indirectly. 90 to 95% of the applications are in Java only. Okay, so that's why we are using here automation testing using Selenium with Java. And some companies are asking Selenium with Python. That is another part. So Selenium with Python, we have chances like 10 to 15% only. But 95%, 90% of the chances we have Selenium with Java only. They are asking Selenium with Java. They are not asking Selenium with Python. Remaining programming languages are outdated. No one can use that one. Okay, so Selenium with Java and Selenium with Python. These two languages are popular languages. Compared to Selenium with Python, Selenium Java is most trending language and evergreen language. Java is a evergreen language. Okay, so that's why we are using here programming language Java. Automation testing, we are using programming language Java, and we are using the tool called Selenium WebDriver. Okay, Selenium WebDriver we are using. So coming to the automation topics, what are the topics we have to discuss means? So first, introduction to automation testing. Introduction to automation testing. So what are the disadvantages we have for manual testing?
Repeatedly we
Manifest.
can do in the that's not possible every time to be do the manual.
Okay, very good, very good. Code reusability facility is not available in manual testing. Very good. One more.
It take a lot of time.
Very good. Time consuming process. Manually, it is a time consuming process. Very good. No reusability facility is there for manual testing. And sometimes budget is also high.
Yeah.
Right? And more resources are required. Manpower is more required for manual testing, right? So human errors causes poor quality, right? So that's why we're moving into automation testing. So whatever we have disadvantages in manual testing, those are all advantages of automation testing.
Yes.
Disadvantages of manual testing are advantages of automation testing. Okay, so what are the advantages we have for manual testing? Now you can say disadvantages. So what are the advantages of using manual testing?
In automation, everything to be automated is not possible. But in manual, we can do the any type of testing,
Very good.
any type of
So it is
scenario we
nothing
have
but
to be.
more flexibility. Flexible. Flexible is nothing but what? Easy to move, easy to change, easy to adapt. Okay. When requirement changes will come from the client side, you can easily change. But as a tool, it will be changing. It will follow the process. That's it. Right?
Yeah.
So more flexibility in manual testing and more focus on complex problems. If you will get any defect, you have to focus more on that defect, how to fix the defect, right? But as a tool, they can focus. They can't focus because it is not a human. It is a tool, right? So as a human, you have to focus more on the defect. Okay. And no programming knowledge is required for manual testing. 0% of the programming language you are using, right? No programming knowledge is required. And easy to set up. This is very, very important. Easy to set up. Easy to set up is nothing but environment setup will be very easy when compared to automation testing. So in automation testing, we need to install so many softwares like JDK installations and Eclipse installations, tools and other softwares you have to install, right? So, but manual testing, no need to install any softwares. Easy setup, environment setup will be very easy when compared to automation testing. So these are all the advantages we have for manual testing. Okay. So what are the, whatever we have disadvantages of manual testing, those are all advantages of automation testing. Okay. So introduction to automation testing. In this introduction to automation testing, we will see like what is automation testing? What is automation testing? What is automation testing? Okay. And why we go for automation testing? Why we go for automation testing? Or automation? Why you go for automation testing? And then what are the advantages and disadvantages of using automation testing? Advantages and disadvantage. For every tool, we have advantage and disadvantage, right? Right or not?
Yes.
Yes.
Of automation testing. But how you can choose the tool? Both advantages and disadvantages, how you can choose that tool?
No.
So if you will get when compared to advantages and disadvantages, so in advantages, disadvantages more in that tool, then you cannot choose that tool. If advantages is more when compared to disadvantages, then you can choose that tool. Okay, so that is the way you have to choose the tools. Okay, then when we not to go for automation, we have to see when we not to go for automation, automation, and then what are the automated functional tools we are using? Automated functional testing tools we are using. Functional testing tools. Testing tools we are using. And then, so what is Selenium? What is Selenium? What is Selenium. What are the advantages of using selenium? Advantages of using selenium. What are the disadvantages of using selenium? Okay, what are the advantages and disadvantages of using selenium? And then, so what is the difference between selenium and QTP? Do you heard about QTP?
Yes.
Difference. What is QTP?
HP, by using the QTP, we perform the testing on a desktop application.
Okay.
Load runner likewise.
QTP is a tool?
QTP, HPQCLM or QTP.
Mm. Okay, no problem. I will explain this one in concepts. So what are the components are available in Selenium? Components. What are the components we have? Components are available in Selenium. We have different types of components are available in Selenium. Like Selenium RC. Do you heard this word? Selenium RC, remote control. Selenium grid. Okay. And Selenium IDE, integrated development environment, and Selenium WebDriver. So we are using here which tool? Selenium WebDriver tool. Okay. So these 4 components we can call it as a Selenium components or Selenium suite or Selenium family, you can call it. Okay. Next, what is Selenium WebDriver? What are the advantages and disadvantages of using Selenium WebDriver? And then how to download Selenium server jar files. Okay. So what are the advantages and disadvantages of using Selenium WebDriver? Disadvantages of using Selenium WebDriver. And here, what is Selenium WebDriver also? What is Selenium WebDriver? Okay. Then how to download Selenium server standalone jar file. Downloading Selenium server standalone jar file. Downloading Selenium server standalone jar file. How you can download. Okay. And then how to configure the Selenium server standalone jar file into your project. How to how to configure Selenium server standalone jar file into your project. So here I'm telling you 2 types of projects. One is Java project and one more is Maven project. Jar file into your project. So these are the topics we have to discuss in introduction to automation testing. So these are the terminologies we are discussing in automation, introduction to automation testing. Okay. Then coming to WebDriver introduction. Second topic is WebDriver introduction. This is our first topic. Then coming to second topic, this is WebDriver introduction. WebDriver introduction. This is our topic 2. So in this WebDriver introduction, we have to see how to launch the browsers. Automating browsers. How to automate the browsers. And then how we can work with that browsers. Working with browsers. How many types of browsers we have?
Chrome browser, Opera browser,
Okay.
Internet Explorer browser, Safari
Okay.
browser.
Okay. Then?
Mozilla browser.
Okay. What is the latest version of Chrome browser?
Not check.
What is the latest version of Chrome browser?
No idea.
Yeah, latest version of Chrome browser is 134. What is the latest version of Android? Android.
14 point.
No. Android 15.
Okay, sorry.
15. Okay. Latest version of Android is 15. Latest version of iOS?
18 point something.
Yeah, very good. 18.3.2.
Yeah.
18.3.2. That is latest version of iOS. Okay. So operating system means what? What is operating system?
Group of the instruction, all the instruction that we perform, the operating
That
system.
is nothing but a software.
Yeah. All the
Operating system is nothing but a platform plus processor. It is nothing but a operating system. Okay. So
Interface
platform
between
plus
the
processors. So we have two types of like platforms, like platform dependent and platform independent. Do you heard these words? Platform dependent, platform independent.
yes,
So Java is a platform dependent or independent?
independent.
Independent. C
Yeah.
is a platform dependent or independent?
Platform dependent.
Platform dependent. Very
Mm.
good. So Python is a platform dependent or independent?
Dependent.
Python is
Yes.
a platform dependent or independent?
Python also independent.
Independent only. .NET,
Microsoft, we need a Microsoft,
Dependent.
so it is dependent.
it is partially dependent.
Yeah.
Partially dependent. Okay. So what is the difference between platform dependent and platform independent?
Independent means we can run that application on every machine. Suppose I have an application with Java, so
Okay.
same application I will run with the iOS, Linux.
Okay.
That is independent.
Okay. Very good. Platform dependent.
We need a same machine or maybe same software. Suppose for .NET we need a Microsoft Office or
Okay.
Microsoft, yeah, .NET.
Okay, very good. So platform, in simple terms, platform dependent is nothing but if you write the script in one operating system, that is nothing but Windows operating system, you can run the same script in that operating system, Windows operating system only. That is nothing but platform dependent. Platform independent is nothing but if you write the script in one operating system, you can run the same script in multiple operating systems. That is nothing but platform independent. So platform dependent and platform independent. Platform dependent is nothing but if you write the script in one operating system, you can run the script in that operating system only. Platform independent is nothing but if you write the script in one operating system, you can run the same script in multiple operating systems. That is nothing but platform independent. Java is a platform independent programming language. Okay. So platform independent programming language. How many types of operating systems we have?
Linux, iOS,
Very good. Linux,
and Windows.
iOS, Mac, Linux, Unix,
Ubuntu.
and then Windows operating system. What is the latest version of Windows operating system?
Windows
11.
11.
Latest version. Windows operating system. What is the latest version of Windows operating system, everyone?
11. Windows 11.
Very good. Windows 11 is the latest version.
Yeah.
Okay. So what is the latest version of Windows Phone? Windows Phone.
Oh, no idea.
No.
Windows Phone is nothing but a keypad, like keyboard phone, like Nokia, Samsung, HTC, Carbon, Geophones. Do you have idea? Keyboard phones, keypad phones,
No idea.
keypad. Geophone. Do you say geophones?
I know the geophone that have a keypad one.
Oh, wait. Windows Phone. This one. Do you see this one?
Yes.
Uh, this is nothing but Windows Phone. BlackBerry. Do you see BlackBerry phones?
Yeah.
Okay. So the latest version of Windows Phone is here. We have Windows 10 latest version. Okay.
Okay.
Latest version of Windows Phone is Windows 10. Okay. Okay. So then coming to our topic 3. So topic 3 is browser interaction commands. Browser interaction commands. How to interact with the browsers. So to interact with the browser, we have different types of commands. Okay, like driver.get method, driver.navigate.to method, driver.navigate.back, driver.navigate.forward, driver.navigate.refresh, driver.get title, get current URL, get page source code, quit, close. Okay, like different types of commands we are using to interact with the browser. So almost 11 types of commands we are using, 11 methods we are using to interact with the browsers. Okay, so those commands we have to discuss in browser interaction commands. And then topic 4 is locators. We will see this concept on tomorrow session, guys. Okay. So locators.
Okay.
Locator is our topic 4, right?
Okay.
So we will see this topic 4 in tomorrow session. So locators are very, very important. Without locators, we cannot identify any web element in a web page. Okay, locators are very, very important. So again, locators will have eight types: ID, name, class name, link text, partial link text, XPath, CSS selector, tag name. Okay, total 8 locators we have. These 8 locators are very, very, very important. Without locators, we cannot identify any web element in a web page. Okay, so locators are very, very important in automation testing. Okay, so we will see this topic 4 in tomorrow session. Okay, guys?
Okay. Okay. Sure.
Yeah. Okay. Any doubts from your side?
Yeah, so when the actual session is start for this?
The actual session will be started on tomorrow only.
Okay. Okay.
Tomorrow only. So after completion of the topics we have to discuss in automation testing, then we will start Java concepts tomorrow only.
Okay. Okay.
Basics of Java we have started on tomorrow session.
And this batch only for the Saturday, Sunday, right?
Yeah. Saturday and Sunday, only weekends.
Okay, because I joined late, so that's why I'm asking the question.
Yeah. No problem.
Okay. It's 7 to 8, right?
7 to based upon the
Okay.
situation.
Yeah.
Based
No,
upon
no
the
issue.
concept. They had
Okay.
to. So 7 to 8 or 7 to 8:30.
Yeah. Then it's okay. No issue.
Yeah, okay.
So from starting, we start with the automation, right? Or we also
No. We will start with Java concepts because if you know the Java concept, then only you can implement that one into Selenium.
Okay. And
Directly you can move with the Selenium, then we don't have an idea.
okay.
So
And,
that's why first we have to discuss Java concept, then we are moving into automation.
and one more question: are we covering the framework part in this
Yeah,
class?
frameworks also I am covering here. So TestNG framework I am covering, Cucumber framework, PYM framework, all these frameworks I am covering.
Okay.
Tomorrow I will explain that frameworks, what are the frameworks we have to cover.
Okay. Then it's okay.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, okay. Any else?
No, I'm good from my side.
Yeah, okay. Okay, guys, bye.
Bye. Have a
We'll see
nice
you on
day.
tomorrow session.
Yeah,
Yeah.
sure.
Okay. Bye.